Good evening, everyone. Welcome to McDonald Stadium. It is time for Bronco baseball on a beautiful Saturday night. Game 2 of a 3-game series, El Dorado and Oklahoma City. Good to have you with you. Kurt Caden here, and I see Rick Allen, Mark Solomon, Donna Hershey, everyone ready to roll for baseball tonight after a walk-off win for El Dorado last night. We'll talk about that and, of course, everything going on here, reading your emails and your comments. And as always, a fun night when you've got Gary here, Gary Carr on stats. Jimmy is on the PA. We've got Brennan on music. Is Michael over there? Michael and Brady on the score. We got a double scoreboard operator tonight. I'm not sure what Tackett's job tonight is. Tackett's here to make sure the umpire knows the count at all times. Batting order tonight for Oklahoma City. Ryan Harrell leads off. Jared Birch, Jarrett Anton, AJ Anatsugu, Seth Graves, Mark Peterson, Evan Phelps. Good to see him in the lineup tonight. Talk about him shortly. Kaiwen Schwang and Shiloh Thompson. First pitch of the night, a swinging strike. And that pitch was delivered by Dylan Zenzel. He is starting tonight. We'll give you the Broncos in the field here after this next pitch to Ryan Harrell, which is popped up on the infield. Well, drifting out of the infield, coming on strong is Caravala, and Caravala with a catch in shallow center field. El Dorado's defense tonight. Austin Toth is in left field. Pete Caravala, the aforementioned, is in center. Jarrett Coyne in right. John Sorensen at third. Tucker Catlett at short. Kayla Littlejim getting a day off tonight. Jordan Anstandiggs at second base. Maddox Solomon at first. Ethan Payne is behind the plate. And as I said, Dylan Zenzel on the hill. And a quick strike here on Jared Birch. And the 0-1 is out of the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Zenzel a little bit low and in, 2-1. So we have 3 pitchers up here. I'll tell you what, it's it's fortuitous, isn't it, having 3 pitchers up here? I can ask all of them some info. Brennan White will probably he's the closest one to me here. I got to look over the top to see Cheney and Tackett over on the other side there. Ball in the turf and full count here. What are we gonna see from Zenzel tonight on velocity, do you think? 83. Here's a bouncer to Sorensen at third. He's got it and then dropped it. And an error. So Birch reaches on an error. I think that's So it's Jarrett Anton. And Anton fouls off the first one. Well, we don't have season stats, but I do have 4 games worth of El Dorado and Oklahoma City. Last night, Jarrett Anton. Boy, everyone batted so much, I got to do some quick math here. He did not have a hit. He was 0 for 4. Got on base a couple times, was hit by a pitch and walk. That pitch right down the middle for a strike. Aaron Coyne says, let's get a win in 9 tonight. I think we would all take that. Yeah, Gary Carr is clapping his hands to that suggestion. Zenzel way outside. Payne blocked it, but it went to the side of him in a free base for Jared Birch. So an error and a wild pitch, and OKC has a runner at second base. Yeah, El Dorado, 3 of their last 7 games have gone extra. But a win last night seems to make it a little bit better, that's for sure. Here comes a 1-2, and that one's bounced to Sorensen right on the base. That's a fair ball. Sorensen throws a nifty throw and got him. What a play by Sorensen. So here comes AJ Anatsugu. Anatsugu, for OKC fans, probably thought He was going to be the hero last night. A 3-run homer in the top of the 8th gave OKC their first lead of the night at 12-10. But El Dorado fought back. 2 in the bottom of the 8th, 1 in the bottom of the 10th. Jarrett Coyne. A walk-off ground ball. Now be careful, guys. I can hear all that, and I'm going to repeat it because it's funny. Knowing the Coins, though, I'm sure they put bat on the ball, and that's a good thing. I'm sure they're good with that. Here's a check swing. Didn't go. We're not going to appeal. 1-1. Allen's delayed. Yeah, I hesitate to say hero when you score 13 times and you get a couple of stops. Certainly Maddox Solomon in the 9th, Michael Cheney in the 10th were terrific for El Dorado last night. There's a pitch. So I think in a game like that, there's a lot of heroes, not just one. One ball and 2 strikes here. Left-handed pitcher, Dylan Zenzel, the pitch, and that's in there for strike 3. No runs, no hits, an error, and 1 left. We've played a half inning. Oklahoma City 0. El Dorado coming to bat. Great to have you tuned in tonight. You are watching El Dorado Bronco Baseball on YouTube. And welcome back, Kurt Caden here. Let's take a look at the batting order for El Dorado and the defense for Oklahoma City here tonight. The Broncos will send to the plate Pete Caravala, Jarrett Coyne, John Sorensen, Maddox Solomon, Brady Sargent, Ethan Payne, Jordan Anstandig, Austin Toth, Tucker Catlett. Defensively tonight for Oklahoma City, Jared Birch is in left field, Seth Graves in center field, and in right field, A.J. Anatsugu. At third base tonight, Mark Peterson. The shortstop is Jared Anton. Shiloh Thompson's at second base, Evan Phelps at first base. Kaiwin Schwang's catching tonight, and pitching, Cade Chin, son of Joseph Chin, who has been a frequent chatter with me here on our broadcasts of Oklahoma City against El Dorado games. First pitch out of the zone. The 1-0 pitch is out into center field. Graves going back, still going back, and underneath it, falling down, making the catch. I don't know if he saw it great off the bat, but he was able to haul it in for the first out. Here comes Jarrett Coyne. Jarrett Coyne in the 10th inning last night, a high chopper over the mound. The second baseman last night, Anton, gloved it, but his throw to first, I'm not sure if it would have been in time anyway. Here's a slow roller over to second base. This time it's Thompson, and he retires Coyne. Now batting for your Broncos, number 20, John Sorensen. So 2-0, and here's 2 outs, and here's John Sorensen. John Sorensen last night had a single and a double and an RBI. And the first pitch to Sorensen is hit into the hole. It's short, gloved over there by Anton. Throw to first, and a good inning for Cade Chin. I think about 4 pitches, I believe there, Gary. 4 pitches, 3 outs for Chin. Very effective, and Bobby Shore loves seeing that. 1 quick inning in the books, no score. You're watching and listening to Bronco Baseball here on YouTube. Seth Graves will lead it off here in the top of the second inning. Tonight I got a chance to go down in the Bronco dugout before the game and visit with some of the guys. And Toby Reuter, first pitch strike to Graves. The 0-1, that's out of the zone. What did Inatsugu do to end the first inning, Gary? Was that? That was a strikeout looking. Right? Didn't put that down. There we go. 2-1. I did not miss. I did not miss a home run, or call it a home run after he struck out. That'd be the other. 3 balls and a strike. Here to Graves, the pitch, and that's high, ball 4. So we walk to Graves. So with my jabbering before the game, I was a little bit tardy on getting our stream up, which also means I'm tardy on getting everything out, including Mark Solomon, our weather. Rain came through. Did it rain any here? I don't know if it did. There's a strike. 89 degrees right now. Feels like 97. The dew point is way up there at 71. Winds, they say 3 miles an hour. That's generous because there is no movement of air tonight. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 2 on Mark Peterson. Sunset scheduled for 8:49 tonight. Chance for some rain well after midnight tonight here in El Dorado. We hope to be done by then. Here's the 1-2 and a swing and a miss. A high fastball and a strikeout for Dylan Zenzel. Hello to Angela Parrish Zenzel. Give him the heater. Well, he just did. Our Michigan fans, we've got a lot of them. Donna Hershey and Aaron Coyne and Angela Parrish Zenzel. There's a ball to Evan Fultz. Good to see Evan. You might remember last week, the first game of the doubleheader, the July 5th was that game. It was after the 4th of July. Here comes a 1-0 and a swing and a miss. Fultz hadn't batted yet. It was the bottom of the first inning. And a throw to first base he had to jump for. It glanced off his glove and caught him right in the face somewhere. Chin maybe or mouth or I don't know where, but he had to leave the game. Runner going and the throw down to second, and that'll be a stolen base. Good jump over there by Graves. So we didn't see Fultz pretty much most of that game, and of course he didn't play in the second game of the doubleheader and did not play last night. But good to see him out here tonight. Evan Fultz from Northern Oklahoma College in Toccoa. And a swing and a miss. And a strikeout. We're all off on our counts up here. Fulp strikes out, 2 away. And here's Kaiwen Schwang. Schwang from, I'm sure I'm mispronouncing it, Kainan University, Taiwan. And the first pitch in there for a strike. No balls and a strike to Schwang. Runner at second is Graves. He walked and stole second. And the pitch from Zenzel. And that one's fouled back. And quickly, Dillon's up 0-2 here. Beautiful bright sunshine here in El Dorado. You can see some, from the press box, some billowing clouds well off to the, let's see, that'd be the west maybe. That pitch right in there, Schwang knew it. And Zenzel strikes out the side. In fact, the last 4 outs recorded by Dillon have been strikeouts. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We're through 1.5. El Dorado 0 and Oklahoma City 0. Maddox Solomon to lead it off for El Dorado. Here in the bottom of the second inning, Solomon kind of got a night off, like a night off hitting. He did come in and pitch for El Dorado last night. And first pitch swinging and fouls it out of play. Cade Chin had a 4-pitch first inning for Oklahoma City. They used several arms last night. I'm sure they'd love to see about 6 or 7 tonight from Chin. And the pitch from Chin is outside. 1-1. And out of the zone. 2-1. The 2-1 to Solomon, and he golfs it into right field, and it's hit a long way up against the top of the wall. That's going to be a long single for Solomon. You might be able to see that yellow line out on the fence. That hit just below the yellow line. So a long single hit well by Solomon and a base runner for El Dorado. Here's Brady Sargent. Brady DHing tonight. Brady Sargent from St. George, Utah. 6'3", 230. And a 290 hitter for El Dorado, a 417 on-base percentage. First pitch in there for strike 1. Brady has the best on-base percentage for El Dorado at 417. Team on-base percentage is 381. And Sargent waves and misses at that one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here comes a 1-1. And look out. Brady was ready to wear that one, and it ducked below his elbow. 2-1. Our newbies on the scoreboard have turned it off. Brady Tackett is the guilty party. Here's the 2-1, a swing and a miss at a challenge fastball, 2-2. 2-3, he struck out. So he had 2 strikes. Ethan Payne. Ethan Payne is tonight's beer batter. That means, of course, half-price beer if he gets a hit for the half inning. Leading off of first, Solomon. There's one in the turf, 1-0. OKC red tops tonight, white pants. El Dorado went with the orange vest with the black sleeves. The 1-0, and that one broke in there for a strike. Derby and Hayes playing a doubleheader today. Derby wins game 1, 3-0. A 3-0 shutout win at Larks Park for Derby. Swing and a miss. Game 2 of that doubleheader, I think they started at 5 actually tonight, and their second game will be starting shortly. That series tied up at 1. Hayes had an easy win last night over Derby. And a good spot there by Chin and missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 and a swing and a miss. Strike 3. No half-price beer this inning. So with 2 away, here comes Jordan Anstandick. Jordan last night went 2 for 4. A couple of singles, a walk, a run scored, and a sacrifice bunt. First pitch to Anstandig is a little bit out of the zone, 1-0. My email address, hello, Donna Hershey. Donna and Bert Hershey watching as usual up in Michigan. The 1-0 to Jordan is in there for strike 1. A ball and a strike. Jordan Anstandig, 5'7", 160, West Bloomfield, Michigan. The pitch, and that one drops in there beautifully, 1-2. Jordan hitting .231 on the summer. 21 hits, 3 doubles. The 1-2, and just missed, 2-2. Anton out at short was ready to sprint in, thought that was strike 3. It was close. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Maddox Solomon led off the inning with a wall-banging single. The pitch, and Anstandig hits it out into right field. A base hit. Solomon will stop at second, and Jordan Anstandig with a single. That'll bring up Austin Toth. First runner in scoring position for El Dorado. And the first pitch missing, 1-0. And Jason Anstandig says, dilly dilly. Hello, Jason. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch to Toth, and that one bounced in, 2-0. Solomon at second, Anstandig at first. 2 away for the Broncos, home half of the second inning. No score from El Dorado. And that one will get past Schwang. That'll be a wild pitch on Chin, and now a base hit could give El Dorado a 2-run lead. And a 3-0 count here to Austin Toth. Tucker Catlett waits on deck. The right side is pretty wide open right now. And that curveball in there. The second baseman, Thompson, really lingering around second base. The shortstop, Anton, playing more in the hole. Here's the 3-1, and that one breaks in there. Curve is working nicely for Cade Chin tonight. Comes back from 3-0 with 2 straight strikes, 3-2. And the pitch, and that one just missed, and a walk to Toth. So here comes Tucker Catlett. Catlett, who graduated from Cloud County, is planning to go to Doane, Nebraska, Doane University in Crete, Nebraska. Bases loaded, 2 outs for El Dorado. And the pitch, and in there for a strike. The 0-1 fastball just missed, 1-1. Broncos have won 3 in a row against Oklahoma City. Way out of there's a big hole on the right side. Of course, Chin, his most effective pitches have been the off speed, so maybe they're planning on the batters being out in front. And Bobby Shore's going to walk out to talk to Cade Chin. 2 balls and a strike here on Tucker Catlett. The whole infield meeting. We had a quick first inning. Did you know, Gary, today is National Tape Measure Day? National. It's also, now I feel like this is every day. It's Shark Awareness Day. Don't you want to be aware of sharks every day? Shark Awareness Day. But National Tape Measure Day had me for a loop. And Catlett fists this one to third. The throw will go to first, and Catlett is retired. So Chin works out of a jam. No runs, a couple of hits, 3 left. We go to the third. No score from El Dorado. Top of the third inning, and right back where it came from, Zenzel to Thompson, and Shiloh Thompson has the first hit for Oklahoma City. Last night, it was the number 9 batter who got the first hit of the game for Oklahoma City. Same thing here tonight. Shiloh Thompson on. It was Drew Wright. Yeah, Drew Wright had a good game last night. Foul ball by Harrell, the DH, again tonight for Oklahoma City. And 0-1. Dylan Zenzel, 29 innings of work this summer. A 5.28 ERA. 23 runs given up, 17 earned. He's given up 31 hits. 11 walks, 28 strikeouts. And quickly ahead of Harrell, 0-2. Harrell flew out to center field his first time. Zenzel with good numbers, a 1-2 record. He's got his sign from Ethan Payne, the 0-2 to Harrell. Bounces in. Payne stayed in front of it. The throw down to second, though, is not going to be in time. So a steal for Shiloh Thompson. And it's 1-2. And the pitch from Zenzel, missing inside, 2-2. Well, that guy, Gary Easton Kirk, has drove in a run in the Larks lead 2-1 in game 2 of the doubleheader. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch outside, 3-2. Again, this is a non-league game. Before the games began tonight, Hayes 20-5 in first place. Liberal 17-10, still 4 back. Dodge City and Derby are. That one hit him right in the foot. That hurts. Throws the bat. That stings. So Derby with the win today improves to 16-12. Dodge City is 14-11. Dodge beat Hayesville last night, I see. Hayesville had an early lead last night against Dodge and lost it. El Dorado 13-15, so currently 3 games behind Derby. First pitch swinging is Jared Birch, and he sends it into the parking lot down the right side. Birch reached on an error his first time. Great Bend with their loss falls to 7-21 last night. Hayesville with their loss 8-20. Fastball misses 2-0. 1-1, that's right. 1 ball and 1 strike. Looking at the standings here. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jared Birch. Open stance, right-handed hitter. And the pitch. And that one's hit towards short. And off of the glove of Catlett. That goes into left field. And there's going to be runners at first and third. That'll be an error on Catlett. That was tailor-made for 2 in the end, and that would have been a big play. So Thompson comes around to score. No RBI, and Oklahoma City leads 1-0. And Jared Anton grounded out to third on a nice play by John Sorensen in the first inning. The pitch, runner moving. He had a huge jump. I'm not sure if Ethan was going to throw down anyway, but Jared Birch was going to have an easy steal there, and he did. So runners at second and third, no out for OKC here in the third. The pitch from Zenzel, curveball, caught the plate, 1-1. The 1-1, another curve, and that one's hit towards third. Sorensen backing up, makes the catch on the infield. So one away, and here comes AJ Inatsugu. Inatsugu struck out looking his first time. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. No balls and a strike to Inatsugu. 2 on in scoring position with 1 away for the Indians. And the pitch. And that one dropped, and it was low, I guess, 1-1. So, ball and a strike. Game 2 of this 3-game series this weekend. Back here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Fastball hit hard to Sorensen. He's got it. Looks over at third. Now throws to first high, but caught by Solomon. And the runners have to stay. Nice to have a tall first baseman. The run is unearned for Shiloh Thompson. Seth Graves walked and had a stolen base in the second inning. He's up there now with 2 away. And the first pitch from Zenzel in there for a strike. Here comes the 0-1. A little bit in, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike to Seth Graves. Right-handed batter. And that one's in there for a strike. Graves goes to Northern Oklahoma College, Enid, NOC Enid. The 1-2 in the turf. Good stop by Payne, 2-2. The 2-2 hit out into right center field. Caravala giving chase and will not get there. That'll drive in 2. And on his way to second base is Seth Graves. A 2-out, 2 RBI double for Graves, and it's a 3-0 lead. And does that make those runs unearned, Gary? So here's Mark Peterson, struck out his first time, 3-0 Oklahoma City. And fouled back for a strike, 0-1. Zenzel's got his sign, the 0-1. Fastball hit a high in the air out to right field. Jarrett Coyne settling under it. And Coyne's got the catch for the third out. But 3 runs score. There was a big error for El Dorado. Couple of hits for Oklahoma City. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Indians 3, Broncos 0. couple of Alma Scots ready to lead it off here in the third inning. First, Pete Caravala. Jarrett Coyne will follow. Caravala flew out to center field. Graves had a little trouble judging it, but made the catch out in center field. Cade Chin with a 3-0 lead as he enters the bottom of the third inning. And the 1-0 to Caravala rolls over foul. Pete hitting .256. 21 for 82. He's got a .413 on base percentage. Average has been going up for Pete Caravala. That's low, 2-1. 21 hits for Pete, a double, a triple, and 3 long balls. There's the 2-1. And hit well into left center field. Graves giving way for the left fielder, Birch, who makes the catch. So one away, and here's Jarrett Coyne, last night's hero, one of the many heroes I thought for the Broncos last night. And the first pitch to Coyne, missing 1-0. Tell you what, last night we had a lot of hitting. We had 7 errors combined. Had some moments, may sound odd in a 13-12 game. We certainly had moments of really sharp pitching. We had moments where the pitchers struggled with the zone. Hitters were hitting. Good battle last night between these two teams. Coyne bounces it in front of the plate. The pitcher, Chin, has it, throws over to first, and retires Coyne. So John Sorensen will stand in. Sorensen grounded out to short his first time. Jarrett told me after the game, I saw him in the parking lot, he took a couple inches off those locks. Still has some pretty good hair, though. Here comes an 0-1. And a good cut, but a nice pitch from Chin, 0-2. The curve has been tough tonight. No balls, 2 strikes. Chin winds and deals the pitch and missing. A lot of movement on Cade's ball tonight. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one hit. No, it didn't. I thought it hit, John. It gets skirted past him. 2-2. Gary Carr with the little Chin music from Chin. I bet he's heard that before. Here's the 2-2. And it's 3-2. Defense straight away here for Oklahoma City. They've got 2 outs in the third. A 3-2 coming to John Sorensen, the pitch. And that stayed outside, ball 4. Didn't bend as much as I think Cade was hoping for there. So Maddox Solomon will stand in, and Maddox nearly left the yard. His ball just hit below the yellow line in right field. Went the other way, kind of golfed it out there. No balls and a strike. Chin starts him with a knee-high strike. Throw over to first, and Sorensen's back. Sorensen, no steals on the summer. He was caught 1 time. No balls and a strike. The pitch, curveball, saw, and Solomon batters it into left field. And it got past the left fielder. Sorensen on his way to third. He's going to come in and score. And Solomon will stay at second base. So it'll be a single and an error. No RBI. And again, hard hit balls out to left field, especially. Boy, they have been handcuffing. And to right, yeah. So the Broncos get a gift run, 3-1 our score, and here's Brady Sargent. Solomon waited on that curveball and really hammered it to left field, and it ate up Birch. So Solomon down at second. Here's Sargent, the pitch, and that one in there for strike one. 3-1, Oklahoma City. The pitch, and Sargent over the shortstop, and that will drop in. Solomon rounds third. He's on his way home. Here comes the throw, and Solomon is safe. And down to second base is Sargent. An RBI single for Brady Sargent. Just lifted it over the shortstop's head. A 2-out knock, as Oklahoma City did that in the top half of this inning. Brady Sargent with a big 2-out hit. Ethan Payne will try to do what Brady just did. Tying run at second base. A single and advancing on the throw to home with Sargent. Turned out to be a much closer play at home than I had originally thought. Good throw by Birch. One hop right to the catcher, Schwang. And Payne looks inside, 1-0. And again, the second baseman, Thompson, playing really close to second. Sargent gets his lead. That's out of the zone, 2-0. So Payne should, you would think, get something good to hit here. A 286 hitter this summer. The pitch out of the zone and past Schwang. Sargent will take third. Probably a pass ball, yep. So 3-0 now to Ethan Payne. Chin cruised through the first, had a little stumble in the second, and here in the third, a walk, a single, an error. And now 3-0 to Payne. And that curveball bends in beautifully, 3-1. That's a good one. That is good. I'll share that here in a second. The 3-1, fouled out of play. Gary, I had no idea the puns that he has. I should have known, a newspaper guy like Gary. Chin is stubbling. The 3-2 to Payne, and he belts it to left field, and that's a fair ball. That'll get to the wall. Ethan Payne on his way to second, and we are tied at 3. And half-price beer now. Tell you what, when it was Parents' Weekend, it was so fun. It was so fun when the beer batter would get a hit. The parents just flocked to the concession stand. I'm looking around, folks. It's half-price beer. Let's go. So we're tied at 3 as Sargent scores. And another 2-out hit for El Dorado. Here's Jordan Anstandig. Payne with a lead off of second, the pitch, and Anstandig didn't mean to and fouls it. So a ball and a strike. Jordan 1 for 1 here tonight. One ball and one strike. The pitch from Chin, and Anstandig hits it hard out into right field. That will bounce and get past the right fielder in Otsagu. Jordan on his way to second. He'll stop there, and the Broncos just keep replacing the runner at second base. That'll be a single and probably an error. Yeah, single and an error for Anstandig, and an RBI. And Ethan Payne scores, and the Broncos now lead 4-3. Well, right field's tough. Jordan hit that one well. Inatsugu just looked in between there. Didn't know if he should go for the catch. Does he play back? He kind of got caught into a bad spot. It ricocheted off him. Fortunate that Anstandig only took one extra base, really. Good job of getting back to it. Here's Toth. He walked his first time. And this one's hit towards third. Peterson's got it. His throw to first is in time, and Toth is retired. But a good inning for El Dorado. They score 4 times. They did it on 4 hits. There were 2 errors, 1 left. We go to the 4th inning. El Dorado 4, Oklahoma City 3. Evan Fulps leads off here for Oklahoma City. Nothing for either team in the first 2 innings. OKC with 3 in the top of the third. El Dorado answered with 4 in the bottom of the third. Here's Zenzel, and a swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike to Evan Fulps. He struck out his first time. The 1-1 curveball and a miss. 1-2. Great Bend leading Liberal 3-0 in the 3rd inning out at Brent Gould Park. Here's a 1-2. Curveball. It stayed upstairs. 2-2. Zenzel with the pitch, and this one's hit out into shallow left field. Coming on strong as Toth, and he makes the catch on the run. 1 away, and that'll bring up Kaiwan Schwang. Schwang struck out looking his first time. And the first pitch to him is a little out of the zone, 1-0. Zenzel working quickly as he does, and that's in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Schwang. Schwang, number 8 in the lineup tonight for OKC. And this one's tapped in front of the plate. Zenzel will let it go foul, and it will not go foul. It stops on the line. A fair ball and a single for Schwang. Would have been a tough play. Not only having to catch and throw, but again, Maddox Solomon's looking right into the sun too, and that ball would have been coming right where the sun is. Yep, he would have had this tough play. So Shiloh Thompson And this one's hit to second base. Anstandig flips over to Catlett for one. And over to first, double play. A 4-6-3 double play. And that is the end of the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 4-3 El Dorado. Tucker Catlett leading it off for El Dorado. He was the only Bronco not to come to bat in that 4-run third inning for El Dorado. The Broncos lead 4-3, bottom of the fourth inning. Cade Chin's first pitch is missing the zone, 1-0. Sam Milo is heading down to the Oklahoma City bullpen. And Catlett again trying to lay one down. This one goes foul. One ball and one strike. And the pitch to Catlett started at his front shoulder, bent into the inside corner for a strike. 1-2. The 1-2. Catlett able to hang in there with a foul ball. Catlett grounded out to third his first time. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Catlett bounces it towards short. Anton's got it. Off balance throw is on target, and they got Tucker by a step. So one away, top of the order. Pete Caravallo will come up. He has flown out to center and flown out to left. He's 0 for 2. First pitch down the right field line. It got through Phelps. Caravallo thought about going to 2. The throw comes back to first off of Phelps' glove, but rolls over to Cade Chin. So a one-out single for Pete Caravallo. I thought he might test the arm of Inatsegu. Here's Jarrett Coyne. Ground out to second, ground out to the pitcher. 0 for 2 tonight. And Coyne pops this one up, and Schwang throws the mask away, but the ball ends up on the top of the stadium. No balls and a strike. 0-1 pitch. Caravala looked up over at first. There is room in right center in there, Gary. Yeah, the center fielder shading to the third base side of second. On the move is Caravala. Coin hits it out to left field. Going back is Birch. He's under it, and he has the catch. Caravala hustling back. A good, strong throw. Just a little offline. Caravala's back in safely. Jared hit it pretty well out there, but Birch with the catch. So 2 away for El Dorado in the bottom of the fourth inning. Here's John Sorensen. Walked and scored his last time. He scored on that error out in the outfield. At the time, it was 3-1. Then Sargent singled, Payne doubled, and Standig singled. And El Dorado leads 4-3. First pitch in there for a strike to Sorensen. An 0-1 pitch. John batting number 3 in the lineup tonight and hits this one towards second base. Thompson has it in the glove over to first, and that will retire the side. A 1-out single doesn't hurt OKC. We're through 4 innings of play. Broncos 4, Indians 3. Ryan Harrell leading off the inning. Hits one in the hole. Catlett with good leather, but no chance to throw at Harrell. An infield single to lead off the 5th for OKC. So that'll bring up Jared Birch. He's been on both times, although he's 0 for 2. He reached on an error in the first, reached on an error in the third. Stole a base and eventually scored. And fastball in there for a strike to Birch. And an 0-1 pitch, curveball, stayed upstairs. 1-1 from Dylan Zenzel. The pitch, hit towards short. Catlett, little trouble with it, able to get it to second for one. Anstandig with a quick turn and got him. What a play by Anstandig at second. I didn't think there was a chance after the bobble. And a 6-4-3 double play. That was as quick a turn as you'll see at our level for sure. Jared Anton up there, and it's 1-0. Well, the Broncos ended the 4th inning with a 4-6-3 double play, and now they get a 6-4-3 here in the 5th. 1-0 pitch, turfed, 2-0. Yep, Jordan stood right in there. What a play. And again, it's just baffling that he's not a second baseman. He didn't play second baseman for Alma College. And I don't know if I've ever seen anyone who looks more natural at second than Jordan Anstandig. And that pitch in there for a strike. And that's taking nothing away from the solid play Tanner Sheets has offered at second base for El Dorado. Two and one. And hit up the middle. And Anstandig right there over to first. And got him. Nifty play again. Jordan Anstandig, the star of the inning. No runs a hit. Nobody left. We're halfway through from El Dorado. Broncos 4. Oklahoma City 3. Maddox Solomon has not been fooled tonight by Cade Chin. High off the wall for a single and then belted one to left field. That was a single, but bobbled by Birch, and Maddox was able to reach second on that error. Looks at strike one. Maddox Solomon coming into play tonight, a .265 hitter. And the 0-1. Dives down low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, that guy, Gary Easton Kirk, another RBI, 5-1 Hayes in the third. You said he's one of the good ones in our league. Solomon got under this one, lifts it high and out into left field. Birch is under it and makes the catch.
Now batting for your El Dorado Broncos, number 26.
So Solomon retired for the first time tonight. Here's Brady Sargent. Maddox kind of gritting his teeth as he comes back to the dugout. He knows he just missed there. Just missed the barrel. Sargent 1 for 2. Struck out in the second, and RBI single scored in the third. And that first pitch starts at him, tries to get to the corner and missed. 1-0. And Brady hits this one hard into left center field. That one's traveling up against the wall, and it bounces over the wall for a double. Nice, easy swing there from Brady Sargent, too. At times during his slump, it looks at times like he's over swinging, and that time he just took a nice, easy swing. Yep. So Ethan Payne, tonight's beer batter, comes up. Parents at home, you know, you can run to the fridge if Ethan gets a hit here. Put something in the kitty, and here's a 1 for 2 Ethan Payne, and that one high, 1-0. Ethan, an RBI double this last time. And Payne hits this one out into shallow center field, and Graves unable to make the catch. Sargent running through, going home. He will score. And Ethan Payne moves to second base on the throw. So Sargent scores, and it's 5-3 El Dorado. I didn't think that was deep enough to score Brady, but the throw didn't have a lot of zip on it coming in. It hit the turf and just kind of died. Who picked the beer batter tonight? Was that you, Gary? Nicely done. Ethan Payne with a couple of hits here tonight. Here's Jordan Anstandig. I'll say. Anstandig singled sharply to right field his first time, a ball that was misplayed by Anatsugu, and that allowed Anstandig to move to second. 1 ball and no strikes. 5-3 El Dorado. Bottom of the 5th inning. 9 hits already for the Broncos. That one low, 2-0. And Chin maybe starting to run on fumes out there. A 4-pitch first inning. Like I said, the second was a little more taxing. Got out of a bases-loaded jam, but then 4 in the third. Got through the 4th okay, but here's some trouble in the 5th. And that curveball nicely in there for a strike. 2-1 to Anstandig. And several bodies now down in the OKC bullpen. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. High, 3-1. Milo continues to warm up down in the pen. Harrison Moy has joined him. 3 balls and a strike to Anstandig. Austin Toth waits on deck. Rustin Hayes warming for El Dorado. Anstandig waits on it, lifts it out into center field. Graves is going back underneath it. He's got the catch. Tagging from second is Payne, and he will reach third. Deep fly out for Jordan Anstandig. So here comes Austin Toth. And Bobby Shore is going to come walking out to the mound. Anstandig, Gary, tell me 3 for 3 at moving runners here today. Yeah, that's a good point. And his stellar defense. So Jordan having a nice night here tonight. Cade Chin's night is done. New pitcher coming in. We'll tell you about him in a moment. 5-3 El Dorado, bottom of the 5th inning. Yeah, he did. Austin Toth coming up to bat. Sam Milo is the new pitcher, and Gary and I were just saying, Sam did pretty well against the Broncos last time we saw these guys. Milo from the University of Central Oklahoma. In Edmond, Oklahoma, which is a nice town, just north of Oklahoma City. A growing town, too. A couple of big high schools there in Edmond. And really seems like kind of a hotbed for baseball players down there and all sorts of athletes. Tremendous football, high school football in that area. 1 ball and no strikes here to Austin Toth, and Toth looks at strike 1. Chin goes 4 2/3 for Oklahoma City. He's given up 5 runs, 9 hits, maybe more. That might not be accurate on the scoreboard. That pitch stayed upstairs, 2-1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. Yep, 9 hits given up by Cade Chin. Runner at third is his responsibility. That's Ethan Payne. And Toth tried to sit back on that curve, but he swung over the top of it. 2-2. Two away for El Dorado here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And the pitch, and Toth got under it, popped it up into foul territory. Peterson going under it and makes the catch for the 3rd out. A run scores on a couple of hits. We go to the 6th inning. El Dorado 5, Oklahoma City 3. So a new pitcher for El Dorado. Dylan Zenzel told us he had about a 70 pitch count for tonight. And he's at 72, so he's lifted, and he's eligible for the win right now. Went 5 innings, gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, and he gives way to Rustin Hayes. We'll see if we get any help from the umpire on the count. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to AJ Anatsugu, the right fielder. Sidearm from Hayes, popped foul out of play. Hello to George Delgado, watching the Oklahoma City Indians with interest tonight. His son Seth, I'm guessing his son Seth, plays for OKC, but not in tonight's lineup. Inatsugu hits it in the hole. Catlett's got it. Plants, throws, and the tag is applied by Solomon to get Inatsugu.
Now batting for Oklahoma City, number 11, Seth Graves.
Zenzel struck out, let's see, four. He had actually his strikeout stretch was the last batter of the first, Inatsugu. Then he struck out Peterson, Fulps, and Schwang in the second. And that was it. Here's Seth Graves. He might be a switch hitter. So Graves a switch hitter. And he's 1 for 1 tonight with a double, 2 RBIs. The 2-0 from Hayes in there for strike one. 2 balls and 1 strike, I believe, here. And this one's bounced foul, 2-2. Here comes a 2-2 from Rustin Hayes, sidearm, and just missed the corner. 3-2. Rustin Hayes from Hector, Arkansas, goes to Williams Baptist University, 6'4", 200 pounds. Hayes with a 1.04 ERA, 4 walks, 14 strikeouts in 17 innings of work. And that one just tapped foul. No record on the season. Opposition hitting just 206 against Rustin, who features the knuckleball. And missed on the 3-2, and walking down to first is Graves.
Now batting for Oklahoma City, number 23, Mark Peterson.
And Seth Delgado is the son of George and Jackie Delgado. Nice to have you watching tonight. Never know, Seth may get in there and get an at bat. Hope you stick with us throughout the night. Thanks for the nice comments. Appreciate it. Mark Peterson up there. Peterson came in late in last night's game when Inatsugu went over to pitch. Peterson went to third base. And the pitch from Hayes in there for a strike. Brennan White is over here on the music. Now, Brennan, when I watch Rustin pitch, he gets his sign, and then it almost looks like he's looking at third or short. Is he looking for the sign to throw to first, or is he throwing on his own? But he barely looks over. He can't see anything doing that, can he? Rustin's got eyes in the back of his head. That was a strike. No balls and 2 strikes to Mark Peterson. There's a throw over to first, looking up Graves. Graves stole a base back in the second inning for the Indians. Thank you, Angela Parrish Zenzel. Gonna have to brag to my wife on all the nice comments I'm getting tonight, Gary. See if that'll get me out any cleaning duties or anything. No, probably not. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Graves on the move. A swing and a miss. A throw down to second. Was a little bit high. They called him out. Strike him out, throw him out, double play. The third of the night for El Dorado. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. El Dorado 5, Oklahoma City 3. Well, Sam Milo faced one batter. He's got Austin Toth to pop out. And now he'll give way for Harrison Moy. Moy from Hawaii Pacific University. Something about Hawaii Pacific just sounds like a really nice place to go to school. Grounder to third by Catlett. Strong throw off the glove of Phelps. It was a little high, but certainly catchable. That's going to be an error on the first baseman, Phelps.
Now batting for your Alabama Broncos, number 15, Pete Caravala.
The throw was a tad high. Phelps had to just slightly leave the base, but it hit him right in the glove. Here's Pete Caravala. Pete 1 for 3 tonight. His last single went right down the first base line. Moy goes off speed, misses. 1-0. Yeah, when I see these guys from the San Diego area or Hawaii Pacific, I mean, my problem would be I don't know if I'd study enough if I went to Hawaii Pacific or some of those schools. I'd be out on the beach just hanging out. The 2-0 is not in there. 3-0. Great Bend 4, Liberal 3. Close game going on out at, I think that said the 5th inning. 3-0 to Caravala in there for a strike. Let's see. Top of the 5th inning, 4-3, Great Bend. Again, keeping an eye on the scores here with Liberal and Derby. I didn't see any updates from Hayesville Dodge City last night, so that's tough to keep you up to date there. Of course, the Broncos out of league with Oklahoma City here tonight. They're over to first, and Catlett's back in. Three-one pitch to Caravala. We'll wait. And now the 3-1. Caravala goes the other way and found the hole between third and short, a base hit. Catlett will stop at second. So El Dorado's got something cooking here in the 6th. Jarrett Coyne will stand in for El Dorado. Coyne 0 for 3 so far. Ground out to second, ground out to the pitcher, and a fly out to left field. Email address is wide open here, cadenbroadcasting@gmail.com. And Coyne swinging and fouled it off. Paul Zenzel, hey, I love the photo. Look at there, right? Gary, look at there. They're watching the game. They've got some beverages, some snacks, and overlooking. That's got to be Lake Michigan, isn't it? Love it. Thanks, Paul. Good to see the Zenzels tonight. I always love to see how folks are watching the games. On the move is Catlett. Coyne bunts, and that is going to go foul. Catlett had it stolen. Coyne had the sign to bunt, and it's 0-2. Tell you what, if that stays fair, Jarrett's got a base hit. Let's see. I got another photo, too. Oh, yeah. There we are, Gary. There's a little sunset out in Michigan. The umbrellas are out there. That looks like a good spot right there. Beautiful photos. Thank you. Join Paul Zenzel. Send me a photo how you're watching. Coyne on 0-2 pops it up. Will it stay in? Schwang near the fence, and it just got over the fencing, bounces into the crowd. Well, if we were in the big leagues, I'd say, a souvenir, but they'll probably have to throw that back. Boy, Schwang just ran out of room. Dylan Zenzel looked good tonight, 5 innings, 4 hits given up. No balls and 2 strikes to Jarrett Coyne. Catlett at second, Caravala at first. The pitch is outside. Nice stop there by Schwang, 1-2. Here comes a 1-2 and low, 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Broncos lead 5-3. We're in the home half of inning number 6. And the pitch from Moy, high, ball 3. Jarrett Coyne, as he does, battling. He rarely steps out of the box much. He's always in there waiting for the pitcher. The 3-2, Coyne bounces it fouled on the third base side. Broncos and Indians again tomorrow night on your online on the ElDoradoBroncos.org schedule. It says exhibition game for Monday. That is actually going to be an off day. No game Monday. Here comes the 3-2. And low, ball 4. Jarrett Coyne was down 0-2. And he works a walk. Remember, he was trying to sacrifice. And then it turns into all good for El Dorado because now here's John Sorensen with the bases loaded. No game Monday and much needed night off, and then a really big 2-game series. Tuesday at Derby, Wednesday here versus Derby. We'll have the home game against Derby on July 18th for you here on YouTube. And then I found out from Toby Reuter, so they were planning on 4 days in Dodge City. But now they're going to play a doubleheader on the July 21st on Saturday. So a 9-inning game Friday, 2 games on Saturday, and a game on Sunday. Still a 4-game series. Sorensen looks low, ball 1. That will save some money on lodging for sure. Which also means then the Broncos will have another off day after the Derby game. So it'll be everyone ready to roll for those 2 big games with Derby. Ball 2 to Sorensen. Coming into play tonight, El Dorado is 2.5 behind Derby. Derby won game 1 of a doubleheader with Hayes. So now 3 back are the Broncos of the Twins. And that's for 3rd place. Again, in our league, the top 2 teams advance to the 2nd week of the NBC World Series, which is absolutely where you want to be. But if you can finish 3rd and get into week 1, that's good too. You can win your way into the 2nd week. Sorensen had a good pitch to hit, fouled it. Was that a 3-0 pitch he was swinging on there? Sorensen had a green light. Here comes a 3-1 to Sorensen. The pitch. Low, ball 4, a freebie for the Broncos. Catlett, who reached on an error, comes in to score. Caravala over to 3rd, Coyne to 2nd, and John Sorensen gets an RBI walk. And here comes Maddox Solomon, who's hit it hard tonight. Long single off the wall in the 2nd, sharp single to left in the 3rd, and just missed a home run in the 5th. He just got under it a hair. So trouble brewing here for Oklahoma City. Bases loaded, no outs for El Dorado. Broncos lead 6-3. 3 runs, 4 hits, 3 errors for Oklahoma City. 6 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for El Dorado to this point. And the pitch from Moy to Solomon in there for strike 1. Maddox didn't love the call. He'll step out for a moment. No, 0-1. And a swing and a miss, strike two. So 0-2 here. Moy would love a strikeout of Maddox Solomon. Brady Sargent waits on deck for the Broncos. Caravallo at third, Coyne at second, Sorensen at first. The pitch, and Solomon able to fight it off and stay alive to see another pitch. Yeah, the bullpen is dry on both sides right now. Harrison Moy started this inning after Milo pitched a third of an inning. And Solomon a swing and a miss. Good pitch by Moy and a big strikeout for OKC. And here comes Brady Sargent. Sargent 2 for 3 tonight. Single, double, 2 runs scored, and an RBI for Brady. And on that double, Gary and I were mentioning just how free and easy that swing looked. He didn't try to overdo it, use that build that he has, and served it into left center field. 1 ball and no strikes. And a swing and a miss. 1-1. Moy has his sign, and here we go with a 1-1. And missing 2-1. Brady, slightly open stance at the plate, keeps those hands right almost above his head. And that's in there for a strike. 2-2. Low and away. Bases loaded, 1 out for El Dorado. Broncos up 6-3. Here's a 2-2. And Sargent able to reach out and spoil that one. Jimmy on public address tonight, normally he's like an octopus running scoreboard, running music, this, that, and the other. He's almost dozing off with only one job to do tonight. I'm worried about him over there. Last night's winning pitcher, Michael Cheney. Are you on the scoreboard? Or are you just offering support? Moral support from Cheney tonight. He's in the pen in case Catlett starts to struggle or White. He'll come in and relieve him. Two balls and 2 strikes as Sargent able to foul off another one. Long look in by Moy. He's got his sign. Bases loaded, 1 out, and the 2-2, and Sargent bounces it on the infield, and that will get past both fielders. Here comes Jarrett Coyne, and he will score. It's a 2 RBI single for Brady Sargent. A little confusion on the left side of the infield. The third baseman, Peterson, was trying to cut in front, but the shortstop was right in his back pocket, and they nearly interfered with Jarrett Coyne. Jarrett avoided that traffic over there between third and short, and he came in to score. Brady Sargent has 3 RBIs tonight. Moving to second was John Sorensen. And our beer batter of the night, he's gotten the folks half-price beer twice tonight. It's Ethan Payne. Double and a single, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. And the pitch missing. Tough luck for Moy. He induces an infield grounder that, boy, if it's gloved, it could have been 2. But I don't know if anyone really got any leather on that ball. Out of the zone, 2-0. What do we have the Broncos at hit count right now, Gary? Do you got them at, is that 11? Is that 12? 11 hits for El Dorado. And they have scored 3 times in the inning. And Payne hits it out into left center field. Getting under it, though, is Graves. And he will make the catch. And a bluff of a tag. Nice long throw by Graves, and the runners return.
Now batting for your El Dorado Broncos, number 5, Jordan Anstandick.
So with 2 away, here's Jordan Anstandick. Jordan, we'll see if he can keep his streak going. He has moved runners all 3 times tonight. A couple of singles and a fly out to center. He comes up with 2 outs here in the 6th. Sorensen at second, Sargent at first, Anstandick hits it under the left center field. Graves tracking and makes the catch. Boy, Jordan hit that one well. That would have scored 2, but good speed by Graves in center field made a really nice running catch. El Dorado scores 3 times. They do it on 2 hits. There was an error and 2 left. We go to the 7th, 8-3 El Dorado. Evan Phelps will lead off here for Oklahoma City in the top of the 7th inning. You never count these guys out. They were down 8-0 last night, battled all the way back to take a 12-10 lead, only to lose 13-12. And Phelps bounces this one foul, and Rustin Hayes is out in front 0-2. Oh, 2 from Hayes, and that's high, 1-2. All right, some photos coming in. Garrett Coyne's brothers, Cale and Carson. I love what the Coynes do. They get it pumped right into the big screen there. That looks about a better view than what I've got here. And there's a strikeout of Phelps. Cale and Carson Coyne. It was fun watching them roam through the yard while they were here for several days. First pitch to Schwang, inside, 1-0. Thanks for the picture there, Michelle. That looks good. Great view. Good-looking fellas there. Swing and a miss by Schwang, 1-1. And a check swing. Didn't go, 2-1. Okay, so Paul and Tracy Zenzel, Dean and Sue Clark, they're in Traverse City, Michigan. Here's a liner just over the head of Anstandick. Gave it a good effort. It goes out to Coyne, who's got it. And it's a 1-out single for Schwang. Yeah, that's a fantastic photo, Zenzels. Just fantastic. It's like postcard material. Schwang on with a single. Here's Shiloh Thompson. He's singled and then grounded into a 4-6-3 double play. Broncos have turned 3 Well, actually, would it be 4? Because they had to strike him out, throw him out double play to end the 5th. So 4 double plays tonight for El Dorado. Hayes never shy about throwing over to first. Yeah, he didn't throw it. Brennan White goes to school with Rustin Hayes. Here comes a pitch, maybe. Now he's not looking at first. Okay, now, all right, there's a pitch. And that one hit him. Tell me about that knuckleball, Brennan. Everyone I hear, they say they've never seen a knuckleball thrown so hard. Is that true? A new hitter. So Slayton Springer is going to be the. Yeah, he singled last night, going the other way, if I'm not mistaken. Springer will pinch hit here, or will hit for Ryan Harrell, who was the DH. Thompson down to first on a hit by pitch. 2 on, 1 out for Oklahoma City. 8-3 El Dorado, and the pitch hit sharply to right field, a base hit through the infield. Coyne's got it, rounding third is Schwang. Coyne dropped it, and he's ready to throw it, and Thompson will go first to third. No error, an RBI for Springer. And now coming in to hit for Oklahoma City will be number 34, Matthew Solomon. Well, all those double plays, Gary, Rustin Hayes would love to order one up right now. As I said, you cannot count out OKC. They just keep coming at you. 8-4 El Dorado, top of the 7th inning. 1 away, runners on the corners. And a throw over to first. First pitch, maybe coming here. It's on the way to Solomon and a little bit low, 1-0. Gary Joseph Chin said you had him rolling on the stubbling comment. Joseph, Gary gets me rolling on some of those, which probably isn't great for broadcasting. I'm laughing in the air, but sometimes I can't help it. 1 ball and no strikes here to Matt Solomon. And the pitch is high. A quick throw down to third, and it was on target, but it hit the arm of Shiloh Thompson, and that will allow Springer to go down to second. It's going to be an error because it's going to be an error on the throw. That's all you can do. It hit the runner. Yep. Runner to first to second. That's the error. No error. What? There's an error. Ground ball to short. And the throw, boy, Solomon really laboring going down to first. He's out. He drives in a run. Moving to third is Springer.
Yeah, that's an error because the guy went from first to second. That's an advancement on the throw. Yeah. Now batting for Oklahoma City. So that's our third error.
First pitch is a strike to Jared Anton. Springer over to third. 2 are in for the Indians, and it's 8-5. And this one's hit up the middle. Tucker Calick gets a room service bounce over to first and retires Anton. 2 runs score on a couple of hits for Oklahoma City. Time to stretch in El Dorado. Broncos 8, Indians 5. Austin Toth will lead it off for El Dorado here in the bottom of the 7th inning. OKC put 2 on the board in the top of the 7th to trim the deficit to 8-5. And now in left field for Oklahoma City is Ashton Francis. The 1-0 to Toth is low, 2-0. Solomon hit for Birch in the top of the 7th, and now Francis goes into left field. 2 balls and no strikes to Toth. He is 0 for 2 tonight and hits this one hard, but well foul.
Right.
2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch to Toth is fouled the other way, 2-2. Well, Rick Allen, who's been watching and commenting on our stream tonight, you might want to know that Connor Allen is warming up down in the bullpen. Here's a 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch by Moy and a strikeout of Toth. Boy, that one looked tantalizing to Austin, and then as he swung, it broke right out of the zone. So here's Tucker Catlett, and a fastball well out of the zone and to the backstop, 1-0. Catlett tonight 0 for 3, reached on an error and scored in the 6th. He led off the 6th and reached on that air ball that was not handled by Phelps over at first base. And the 1-0 is low, 2-0. Bottom of the 7th here from McDonald Stadium, getting onto the tail end of a 13-game homestand. So good cut by Tucker, missed it. El Dorado is not going to know what to do when they have to actually go on the road on Tuesday. Been at home since way back on this homestand started July 3rd. A little bit high from Moy, 3-1. Trip to Derby Tuesday, to Dodge City Friday for 3, and then to Hayesville on July 25th. Catlett swinging a miss, strike 2. Tucker battling back from a meniscus injury. Had to sit out several games, but has been in the lineup the last 2 nights for El Dorado. 3-2 from Moy. And Catlett fouls it off. 3 home games remaining for El Dorado. Tomorrow night, Wednesday night, and then a week from Monday. Another 3-2 and a swing and a miss. So back-to-back strikeouts by Harrison Moy. Pete Caravallo will come up, and after a couple of flyouts, he's had back-to-back singles. 2 for 4 for the Alma Scott. And on our chat window, I have no idea where that odd comment came from. Beautiful sky here in El Dorado. Some distant clouds showing a lot of pink in them from the setting sun. Clear up above us here in El Dorado. And Caravala into right field, his 3rd straight hit. And that'll bring up Jarrett Coyne. Pete's average was right around 200 at one point. He came into play tonight with a 256 average, and he's 3 for 5. Kale and Carson watching along with Aaron and Michelle. Seeing what Jarrett can do here, and he fouls off the first offering from Harrison Moy. No balls and 1 strike. Been nice for some of these guys getting a night off from time to time. That's important in this Kansas heat. And Coyne late on that swing, and he serves it into the parking lot. So in a hole, 0-2. Jarrett tonight is 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Here comes an 0-2 from Moy. Outside, nice stop by Schwang. Little trouble finding it, but he had it right below his feet. Yes, he did. You see where he's at. He's on the outside of the left-handed batter's box. Every year, Gary, I'm really impressed with the catchers that we see in our league. They come from all over, and you don't see too many poor backstops. And Coyne fooled. So Moy with a really good inning outside of the single by Caravalli strikes out the side. We go to the 8th inning. 8-5, El Dorado. Jake, pinch hitter here for Oklahoma City is Jake Vernon. He'll hit for AJ Inatsugu. And the new pitcher for El Dorado, his first appearance, is Connor Allen. And a swing and a miss, strike one. So Rick Allen tells me that besides a couple of pens, he hasn't pitched since 8th grade. And that one up and in, 1-1. Rick says fingers are crossed and prayer is being said right now. Right here. Gary's got him too. He wants another reliever. The 1-1, golfed foul, 1-2. 8-5 El Dorado here in the top of the 8th inning. Connor Allen, right-hander. And the pitch just missed inside. That was a nice pitch. 2-2. Good take there by Vernon. And the pitch, and that one into left center field, and that is going to drop right in front of Toth. Sounded like he might have broke his bat. And here's Seth Graves. Graves has walked twice tonight and doubled in two. Liberal in the 7th leads Great Bend 8-5. All is right in the world, right? And that pitch hits Graves in the back. And so runners at first and second. And Mark Peterson will stand in. Runners at first and second. A single by Vernon. Graves hit by a pitch, and Peterson lifts this one into right field. Jarrett Coyne underneath it has the catch, and no tag. Strong throw to Catlett at short for the first out. Evan Phelps comes up out of NOC Tonkawa. Five, 6, and 4 for Oklahoma City. 5 runs, 6 hits, 4 errors. 8 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors for the Broncos tonight. And time is called. And the pitch from Allen, a little high, 1-0. Not a breath of wind here tonight. The air is stagnant, dare I say. Trying to fan you might hear me fanning myself in the microphone. Here's the 1-0, and that's high, 2-0. Eight 8-5 Broncos, top of the 8th inning. Here comes a 2-0 to Phelps. He's 0 for 3 tonight. And that one out of the zone, 3-0. We were talking about good catchers, Brennan, and I got a fun fact from your mom saying that you were a dynamite catcher. Well, she said awesome. I threw in dynamite. Here's the 3-0, and that's high, ball 4. So is dynamite a little bit of a stretch? All I did was throw people out, he says. So the infielder is going to come in, settle Connor down. Bases loaded, 1 out for Kaiwan Schwang. Schwang tonight, 2 for 3. A couple of singles. And now a pinch runner is going to come out to first base. That'll be Seth Delgado. So I know let's see where we had George Delgado, mom Jackie watching out in Seattle, and now their son Seth is out there at first base pinch running. He pinch runs for Evan Phelps. There's the pitch from Allen, a swing and a miss from Schwang. Bobby Shore, manager for Oklahoma City, has used a lot of his bench tonight. Top of the 8th inning, 8-5, but the tying runs are on base for OKC. Upstairs, 1-1. Bullpen working for El Dorado. Single, hit by pitch, fly out to right and a walk. Here's the 1-1. And that almost hit him. 2-1. Kaiwan Chong. Thank you. Oklahoma City Indians Baseball Club. Chong. Chong is ahead 3-1 here. Shiloh Thompson waiting on deck. Should get a good pitch here. The pitch from Allen. That's high, ball 4, and it's 8-6. So an RBI walk for Chong and a mound visit for El Dorado. Same two teams here tomorrow night. We'll have the broadcast for you at 7 o'clock. Try to get the stream going around 6:50. You won't hear anything because copyrighted music cannot go across on YouTube. Otherwise, they red flag it. And don't forget as well, it's kind of fun to go back and look at the archive. You can go back and watch any of the game. I'm not exactly sure how long it takes for it to archive. I shut it down, drive home, and it's usually up by the time I get home, which is an hour drive. So 8-6 our score. 1 out, and here's Shiloh Thompson. He was hit by a pitch his last time. He's 1 for 2, and he looks at strike 1. Maddox Solomon playing in front of the runner at first. Sorensen even with the bag at third. That pitch stays upstairs, 1-1. Well, Connor hasn't pitched since 8th grade. You can just tell his release point. So many pitches ending up high. He's not finishing the pitch, as coaches will say. That's upstairs, 2-1. Two and one. Here's the pitch to Thompson and bounce towards third, and the throw will come home. They eliminate the run there. Down to first. Double play. 5-2-3 double play for El Dorado. What a job by Sorensen to Payne to Solomon. 1 run scores on a hit. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 8-6 El Dorado. I'll tell you what, going back to that play to finish the 8th inning, Sorensen had a thought of maybe touching third, but the ball brought him in a little bit. So he went home, and Ethan Payne was pretty heady, touched home, stepped into the field of play to get a better angle to throw to first. He didn't hit Thompson, and he induced another one. That is 5 double plays tonight, I think, Gary? 5? a record. Gary's been doing this a long time. 5 double plays in 8 innings. And turning on one here is Sorensen, and that's going to hook foul. He had plenty of distance.
Congratulations to Cindy Belts. Winner of the 50-50 raffle tonight. Let's give her a big round of applause.
No balls and a strike, just a long strike as far as Moy is concerned, who was really good in the 8th, or in the 7th. Sorensen gets into another one and hits it deep. That's headed to right field and gone. Sorensen. A no-doubter. John Sorensen belted that one. And for Sorensen, his 5th homer of the summer. He's behind Solomon's got 7. And speaking of Maddox, here he is. And it's 9-6, El Dorado. Fastball in there, strike 1 to Solomon. An 0-1 pitch here to Maddox Solomon. And a high bouncer in the middle of the field. Anton gloves it behind second. Throw to first. A nice play by Anton at short. So that's the first out, and here comes the Sarge. It's got to feel good for Brady. He's got 3 hits tonight, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored. 3 for 4 for the Sarge. Ethan Payne waits on deck. 1 away for El Dorado in the bottom of the 8th. And that pitch a little bit, I thought it was a little outside. They caught the corner, 0-1. Brady not loving the call. He'll step in, 0-1. Low, 1-1. Oklahoma City took the lead in the 3rd with a 3-run top half. El Dorado came back with 4 in the bottom. So the deficit was not long-lived. Sargent got under this one, hits it a mile high out into right field. And the catch is made.
Now batting for your Dorado Broncos, number 7, Ethan Payne.
And that'll bring up Ethan Payne. Been a lot of changes for OKC. I'm not sure if that's still an Atsugu out there or not. Here's Ethan Payne. And he looks at a first pitch strike. Payne tonight is 2 for 4. Tonight's beer batter. A couple of RBIs and a run scored. And Payne hits this one out into left field. And coming in is Francis. And he's got the catch for the 3rd out. So a leadoff homer by John Sorensen. And we go to the 9th inning. El Dorado 9, Oklahoma City 6. Ben Smith is the new pitcher for El Dorado, trying to get a save here for the Broncos. Slayton Springer, who came in the seventh and got an RBI single, will lead it off. He's 2 for 2 in this series. The Hayes Larks win game 2 over Derby 5-3. So a split of the doubleheader between Derby and Hayes. 5-3 Hayes with the win. So Derby still 2.5 games in front of El Dorado. And Ben Smith in there, 1-1. Boy, how big those 2 games with Derby coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday at Derby, no broadcast from me. Derby might broadcast that for you. Wednesday night, I'll have the call of the Twins here at El Dorado. Splitter stayed up high, 2-1. Two balls and a strike, and the Springer again going the other way. He does a good job of opening those hips and going the other way. That one lands just out of the reach of Toth. Two balls and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss, went on the inner third and got a strikeout. And now Ashton Francis. Matt Solomon hit for Birch in the 7th, and then Francis went into left field. So this is Francis's first at bat. And a first pitch strike from Ben Smith. Ben Smith out of Arkansas Monticello, 6'2", 195. Shirley, Arkansas. Smith has a win and a loss, 2 saves on the season for El Dorado. A little hitch there on his delivery, 1-1. 23 hits given up in 16 innings of work. 14 walks, 7 strikeouts. The 1-1 missing low and away, 2-1. Francis hits it sharply towards short. Catlett got a glove on it, sliding to it, but that'll go into the outfield for a base hit. Good effort by Catlett. Even if he gloves it, probably not going to have a chance to throw out Francis, who runs really well. But good effort nonetheless. Here's Jared Anton. Anton, 0 for 4 tonight. And the first pitch on the corner for strike 1. El Dorado leading 9-6. That pitch out of the zone. The Broncos turned a 4-6-3 double play in the 4th, a 6-4-3 double play in the 5th, a strike him out, throw him out double play in the 6th, 5-2-3 in the 8th. There was another one in there. There's a swing and a miss. One ball, 2 strikes to Anton. That one bounces in. Quickly going is Francis. He will get to second. Wild pitch for Ben Smith. Two balls, 2 strikes to Jared Anton. And hit the other way and foul. Two pitch. And belted to right field. Hooking, but that is going to be gone. A 2-run home run for Jared Anton makes it 9-8. How big was that Sorensen homer in the bottom of the 8th? So Jake Vernon, who hit for an Otsagu and singled and scored in the 8th, gets a second at bat here in this game, and it's 9-8 El Dorado. Well, you just got to love the fight with these Oklahoma City Indians. They just never say die. They keep battling. And a first pitch strike from Smith. No balls and a strike to Jake Vernon. One away for OKC here in the 9th. And another drive out to left. Toth going back. Short of the track, though, and makes the catch. Oh, boy, Vernon just missed. That one sounded good off the bat. And here's Seth Graves. Graves has walked twice, been hit by a pitch, so he is 1 for 1, a 2 RBI double back in the 3rd inning for Oklahoma City. At the time, gave the Indians a 3-0 lead. El Dorado came back with 4, then 1 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, led 8-3 before the Indians started making their comeback. Got it to 8-6 before Sorensen homered in the bottom of the 8th inning to make it 9-6. Now a 2 spot on a 2-run shot by Jared Anton. And the pitch in there for a strike. So OKC is down to their final strike. That pitch missed. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch inside, 3-2. Dylan Zenzel still eligible for a win here tonight. He went 5. The Broncos haven't lost the lead. Ben Smith eligible for a save. Here's a 3-2. And hit towards short. Catlett has it in the glove. The throw to first in time. And the Broncos win. Another tight game with the Indians. And as Liberal had El Dorado's number, the Broncos have had Oklahoma City's number just barely. A 13-12 win last night and a 9-8 win here tonight. 9-8 El Dorado wins. The winning pitcher is Dylan Zenzel. The losing pitcher is Cade Chin. Ben Smith gets the save. Time of tonight's game, 2 hours and 28 minutes. So the Broncos, winners of 2 in a row, look for the sweep tomorrow night. We'll have it for you here on the air at 7. Hope you will be at the park. If not, hope you'll be tuned in and have a lot of chat with me again here tonight. Always fun to visit with all of you. Thanks for all the emails and the picture emails. Those are great. They really were. Look forward to talking to you again tomorrow night. 9-8, El Dorado wins. This is Kurt Caden bidding you good night from El Dorado.